Home athletes, Thursday, welcome to your workout for the day. We are looking at a 20-minute AMRAP, as many rounds and reps as possible in 20 minutes. We have, as written, 10 straight pull-ups, 20 hand release push-ups, and 30 AbMat Sit-ups. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go through that as many rounds reps as possible. It's a nice mixture of push, pull, and core, right? Push, pull, and core. It's pull-up. So first off, let's look at this pull-up. So you probably don't. You may have a pull-up bar at home. I hope you do. If you do, get your pull-ups going on. Straight pull-ups, banded pull-ups. So just in case you know or don't know what a straight pull-up is, so straight pull-up, in CrossFit we do kipping pull-ups and butterfly pull-ups and various things. For a straight pull-up, there's no use of the hips and the lower body, right? We're just kind of hanging, nice straight line through the body. This is fully an upper body movement, right? We're going up and over the bar in a very strict fashion, if you will. One little cue I'll give you here, if you are doing straight pull-ups, is making sure you're keeping that rib cage pulled down, right? Kind of hips pulled down towards hips, belly nice and tight. And then we pull, the elbows come down in front of the body as opposed to out to the sides. This helps you engage your lats and upper back a lot more. So maybe you don't have a pull-up bar. We talk about some kind of pulling action you can do. So I mentioned these before. I love these stretchy bands. I hope you could, you've been on Amazon or wherever and got yourself a couple of these bands, maybe a light red one and a heavier green one. These come in really handy, especially for days like when you're doing a pulling exercise. So a couple things we can do with our bands to replicate our pull-ups. One, you can get your band, you can throw it over something solid overhead. Hopefully you have something in your garage, your basement, or wherever it is you're working out that you can hook this up to, like from the ceiling or whatever. And then we're going to go ahead and sit down underneath it, grab it, and so legs straight, heels together, and just like a pull-up, we're pulling those elbows down in front, all the way down, and then slowly releasing. So the tension, this is going to be, if you're using a very light band, this might be super easy. If you're using a really heavy band, it's going to be more difficult. So feel free to change the number, right? The workout is 10 straight pull-ups. But if this is like a super light band, maybe do 15 or 20. You can also, like if I hold a little further up on the band here, I get more tension. And oh yeah, that just got more challenging for me. The idea here is starting with the arms fully straight, right? The elbows and shoulders are fully extended, and pulling the hands down so they're just below the chin at the bottom. Great. You can feel your lats working. Great pulling exercise. So if you don't have a band, you should get one. Maybe two, a light one and a medium one. A red and a green. Another thing we can do here is some bent over rows, which handy dandy band, right? I've got my band like this. I put 2 feet inside the band. I have a hand at either end. Watch me from the side. So looking for a nice flat back, and just pulling those elbows straight up. This is kind of a bent over row. Again, works the lats, work the mid back. Excellent exercise here. This can be done with a light band or a heavy band. And of course, we can do bent over rows with dumbbells if we don't have our band, right? So any of those options for pull-ups today, right? All of those are pulling exercises. Working the back. Then of course we got our hand release push-ups. What is a hand release push-up, you say? Well, I'll tell you. Hand release, we're looking to actually lift the hands off the ground a little bit, very briefly. What this does, it guarantees a full range of motion. Right? So go starting position at the top. Squeeze your butt, your belly, and your quads. Keep the knees and hips straight. Go down, hands leave the ground, and then push it right back up again. The goal here is to maintain a nice straight line through the entire body. We're trying not to snake up off the floor or push our hips up first. Ideally, the hips and shoulders kind of move up and down at the same time. Think about holding a nice tight plank position. So plank, nice and tight, go down, hands leave the ground, and then maintaining that plank position, push it back up. That's a tough exercise. I've given you 20 reps to do. If you can only do 10, do 10, or 15, or 12. If you get to the point that set of 20 where the form just starts breaking down and you're having to do sort of funky stuff to get off the floor, call that a good amount. So 10, 12, 15, whatever. Then of course we got sit-ups in there. I have AbMat sit-ups. If you don't have an AbMat, no problem. You can roll up a towel, put it underneath your lower back for lumbar support, or you can just do them on the floor. If you're doing them on the floor, it's a good idea to anchor your toes. You can hold on to a dumbbell or hook your toes underneath your couch or whatever, wherever you got. But of course, try to keep the back nice and straight throughout the movement, right? Try not to round the back like this. This actually disengages the abdominals. We're sitting up nice and tall, belly nice and tight. You know the drill. All the way to the floor, all the way back up again. Nice tall position at the top. 30 reps there. So, you got your pull, you got your push, you got your core. Good workout. For your warm-up today, I want you to do the first part of your warm-up anyway, assuming that it's not bucketing rain outside, I actually want you to do 3 200-meter runs, right? This is going to be kind of on your own. I want you to do 1 200-meter run, nice, easy pace, really easy. Then I want you to rest, come back inside, rest for, maybe 15, 20 seconds. Then I want you to do a second 200-meter run, a little bit faster, kind of a medium pace. Come back in, again, rest, 15, 20 seconds. And then I want you to do a third 200-meter run at a pretty good clip, right? So kind of a slow, medium, fast. 3 runs just to get that heart rate up. Then I want you to come back inside. And again, you'll be doing this on your own because it's not a timed piece. But I want you to do 3 pulls of some kind. So maybe grab one of your dumbbells, your light dumbbells. I want you to do 3 bent over rows, but I want you to pause for 10 seconds in each one. So, lightweight, 1 dumbbell. The work from this comes in the pause. So we're going to start with the arms long. We're going to pull up and really squeeze, right? Kind of pulling those elbows up towards the ceiling, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and holding that for 10 seconds, right? And then going back down. So pull it up, squeeze, hold for 10 seconds. You're going to do that 3 times. 3 bent over rows with a 10-second pause. Then we're going to go 6 push-up to down dog. I'm sure you've done these before. Just what it sounds like. Do a push-up first, down, up, and then go back into a down dog. And spend maybe 5, 6 seconds or so in your down dog, pushing those heels into the floor, and then repeating that process. You do 6 of those. 6. And then hollow rocks, a little something to warm up those abs a little bit. So hollow rocks, we're starting on the floor. Push the belly button down into the floor so there's no space underneath the low back. Legs are extended, heels together, toes are pointed, arms up overhead. Then maintaining that position, simply rock up and down. So for that one, down and up, like back and forth, is 1 rep. You're doing 9. So 3, 6, 9, 3 rounds of that. You should get everything, shoulders, core, everything warmed up for today's workout. All right? Any questions? Shoot me a text, shoot me an email. I'd love to hear how you're doing out there in home gym land. Hopefully these workouts are working well for you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Morgan out.